Founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello, friends, and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey, Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us. We're here to remind you that small business is big business. Your business is our business, and we're here to empower you to build your brand. Angel down in Miami today as she is speaking to entrepreneurs and small business owners at the Small Business Expo with Bill Walsh, the Power Team International, and came across an article that is timely as we are celebrating a Valentine's Day today. Timely because the topic of it is 4 secrets to showing new hires that they belong. And I translated that into, how about showing your new employees a little love? Let's take a look at what is going on in this article. Heather Human, is the one who wrote the article. She says, having a new hire is exciting. It's a chance to bring a fresh spark into the office. But for that new hire, personally, the first day can be stressful. He or she is an outsider trying to fit in while processing large amounts of new information. And that's why Payush Patel, the Oklahoma City-based author of Lead Your Tribe, Love Your Work, was surprised when he found out more leaders don't make the experience easier for new hires. So think about this. At his last company, he provided a gift box for all new employees before their first day. Included was a company t-shirt, the required HR paperwork, and a history of the company. There's even a picture frame so new hires could come to work with a picture of friends or family to grace their desk. That's thoughtful. I love that. Help people feel like they're part of the team from day one. And yet when he brought up his gift box ritual at a new business course, a few leaders really said, I'm not sure I want to follow suit in that. He felt disappointed by that disinterest. He says being productive by day 2 isn't the goal. The goal is to help new employees feel belonging, affirmation, and meaning at work. If you want to promote those values of your company, here are 4 things that you can do to make incoming employees immediately feel like part of the team. We've covered this topic on occasion in the past. The first thing is to do this, to pre-board. Pre-boarding should involve educating people about your company. Now, in Patel's situation, what did he do? He put together a history of the company in that box that he gave to his new employee before the day of their first day on the company. Get them a history of your company. That way they can at least know the language and the vibe, the feel of the company that they're jumping in. Gives them an opportunity to get an in-depth look at your company's structure, organization, values, mission, and culture. Some companies handle it differently. At North York, Canada-based medical cannabis company in MPX Bioceutical Corporation, pre-boards starting during the interview. Says we feel like we got a great story to tell, so we tell it. We give examples of our history, our employees who started in lower paying positions and have succeeded in managerial and other pivotal positions. When the interviewee leaves the interview, we want them to feel like they could make a difference and they could excel with us. So they start with their pre-boarding during the interview process. How about this? It takes time to learn names and faces, but a new hire is also trying to become familiar with the company policies and procedures. So do something like Fort Worth, Texas-based advertising technology company, Simply.fi. Each new hire learns about the team he or she will work with and the types of accounts to expect before they get to their first day. She says each new hire receives a handwritten welcome note from me, and then which also includes a piece of advice and a welcome packet. That comes from Liz Broccoli, the Chief Customer Officer. Take note of that. They're also provided with a mentor to act as an anchor point to build relationships and help navigate the questions. Again, onboarding or pre-boarding their folks. How about this one? The next step is to focus on the personalities, right? Often new hires feel like outsiders because current employees already know one another so well. They've got their inside jokes. They've got their unique way of communication. How about this? Nicknames. Now, this is Delaware-based online marketing firm eZenga says nicknames are a part of the onboarding process. We interrupt this program to be politically correct and diplomatic about this. Choose your nicknames carefully, kindly. Okay? So one of the company's quirks is that each employee is given a nickname. Sometimes a new employee's personality stands out from the get-go. CEO and founder Rich Kahn said by email, he says they're given a nickname as soon as day 2 on the job. Granted, now nicknames don't fit every company culture, but the practice shows the importance of acknowledging personalities. Whether you do that with an icebreaker, finding a way to get to know your employees, whether an icebreaker or nicknames or whatnot, the effort reinforces team camaraderie from the very beginning. Again, choose your nicknames carefully. You don't want something sticking that would be embarrassing or humiliating or an HR nightmare in any way, shape, or form. The next thing is don't beat around the bush. He says, while it's always important to be appropriate, often new employees feel that they need to walk on eggshells that first day. They don't want to do or say anything that's wrong. When leaders break the ice, new employees feel that they can act more naturally. At the Dallas-based leadership consultancy College Market Institute, new employees spend the first part of their day having an honest conversation with leaders and coworkers. They ask probing questions. He says, our empathetic inquiries bring out the heart and soul of what they aspire to attain. That's CEO Keith Martino. As we collectively explore their perceptions on the topics of leadership, teamwork, and communication, they reveal their true reflections on previous experiences. Emotions soar, laughter abounds, and more importantly, they build an immediate bond with their peers and their superiors. How about letting candidates see the whole picture, flaws and all? Right? It's not always easy to say, look, our company has warts, right? We've got issues. But if you didn't have issues, then you probably wouldn't be hiring somebody new. I mean, oftentimes the issue and the new hire go hand in hand. One is here to fix the other. In many ways, that could be the case. A lot of companies hire for their weaknesses rather than for their strengths. They go for somebody who says, look, we got an amazing gap here, and so we're going to hire somebody to fill that gap. Be honest about that. Be upfront with that. Don't beat around the bush, and make sure that people understand that it's all good all the way around. And finally, set the foundation for relationships. Right? Takes time to learn names and faces. So make sure that people have the ability to learn. We've talked about setting up a mentor to add provide an anchor point. I really think that mentors and or anchor staff, people who are already in the process, will help bridge the gap and build relationships faster than anybody. And we see this in networking as well. I mean, I've said it before on the program. I'll say it again today. I am not the most outgoing of people. I think that's kind of odd because here I am as a talk show host on the radio, and I'm talking to you every day, and I talk to thousands of people every day. And how could you be an introvert of any sort? But the fact of the matter is, I'm not all that outgoing. And when going into a networking arena, if there's not somebody that I know, if I'm walking into a room full of 100% strangers, I am really awkward in that scenario. But to have somebody that I know, wrap their arm around me and take me by the hand and introduce me to other people, now I don't feel so awkward at all. Now I'm just the new guy getting to know other people and being introduced by somebody in common. So be that mentor or provide a mentor for the people who are, your new hires or what's going on. I just think it's such a great idea for showing a little love on, and we're focusing on that here today on the Experience Pros Radio Show because of the calendar date. But really, we should be doing this 24/7 and giving our new hires every opportunity to succeed by cutting off the learning curve, if you will, and making it easy for them to assimilate into the culture. All right, don't go anywhere, folks. More positive business talk just on the other side of this. Thank you for tuning in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. If you'd like to know more about us and how we can help you achieve your influencer status, give us a check out at experiencepros.com.
The Experience Pros,